Welcome to JSUTV22 NEWSWATCH Update. It's Monday, August 22nd, 2011. I am Student News Director Courtney Christopher Page. A heat advisory for Adams, Claiborne, Franklin, Humphreys, and Hines County, including the city of Jackson. We'll talk about it coming up in your forecast. Top stories that are making headlines at this hour. A 34-year-old Utica man dead after an apparent domestic dispute with his living girlfriend. A 1-year-old is in critical condition at a Jackson hospital. Also, a family is laid to rest. And America has a new statue honoring Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. But first at this hour, today's top story. Mississippi voters Tuesday will finish choosing the Democratic nominees for governor and the Republican nominees for state treasurer. Nominees will also be decided for several state house and senate races, and most counties will have party primary runoffs for local offices such as supervisor or sheriffs. Now, people who voted in one party's primary on August 2nd are not allowed to cross over and vote in the other party's primary Tuesday. Those who did not vote at all on August 2nd may cast a ballot in either runoff. The Democratic gubernatorial primary is between Hattiesburg Mayor Johnny Dupree and Clarksdale attorney and developer Bill Luckett. The Republican primary for state treasurer is between Personnel Board Director Lynn Fitch of Madison and State Senator Lee Yancey of Brandon. The general election is November 8th.
I really enjoy what I do. I think that makes a difference when you enjoy what you do. It's really not work. It's not drudgery. I enjoy meeting people. I enjoy hearing their concerns, and most of all, I enjoy trying to solve them and with them. And I think we can solve a lot of our problems together.
In more news closer to home, Hines County Sheriff deputies say a 34-year-old Utica man is dead after an apparent domestic dispute with his living girlfriend. Lieutenant Jeffrey Scott tells the Clarion Ledger newspaper Joe Lavelle Dixon allegedly was stabbed to death by 26-year-old Shamika Ford just after 9 p.m. Saturday. Ford is being held without bond at the Hines County Detention Center. Scott says the homicide is still under investigation. And a 1-year-old boy was found unresponsive yesterday afternoon around 2 p.m. at his home in the 500 block of Rolling Wood Drive. The home is located near Westbrook Drive in northeast Jackson. Officer Calendula Green tells the News Now Update that the toddler was taken to the University of Mississippi Medical Center after being discovered by his 6-year-old sister. Green says more clues are still being checked out on how the possible drowning occurred. At this hour, the toddler is still in critical condition at the hospital. There's no information as of yet on the parents or how the baby was left unattended. 5 members of the Henderson family were laid to rest this weekend in Jackson, just 7 days after a fire at a place they call home. Now the family is all together in a new home called Heaven.
Dominique had love. You were there to see her again. You were there to visit her. Amen. Are you with me? You may not know the day, but if you get your house in order, you can be where she is.
The Jackson family, who lost their life to a fatal fire at the Lakeview Manor apartment in Jackson, were laid to rest over the weekend. 28-year-old Dominique Henderson and her 4 children can call Heaven their new address. The New Jerusalem Church embraced the small family as if they were members of their own family. The 4 small children's funeral casket sat beside each other with their mom in the middle. The fire took the young lives of Akia, which is 7, Bryson, which is 5, Kyla, 4, and little Ethan was only 2 years old.
I just want to know. I just ask myself why.
The children's grandmother, Miss Linda Simmons, sat on the front row alongside her husband. People's Funeral Home, along with Chick-fil-A Restaurant of Clinton, the Birdland Club, Club Dreams, the Ladies of the Divas for Charity, and the Fantastic Citizens of the metro area all came together and collected donations to help assist the family with funeral expenses. Tourists and Washingtonians alike got their first up-close look at the memorial to Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. It's news across America at this hour. The site opened this morning without fanfare to kick off a week of celebrations ahead of Sunday's official dedication. The memorial sits on the National Mall between memorials honoring Presidents Abraham Lincoln and Thomas Jefferson. It includes a 30-foot tall sculpture of King and a 450-foot long granite wall wall inscribed with 14 quotations from the civil rights leader. The public was allowed onto the site starting this morning at 11 a.m. Sunday dedication ceremonies will mark the 48th anniversary of the March on Washington and King's famous "I Have a Dream" speech. President Barack Obama is scheduled to speak at that dedication. And finally, this afternoon, don't forget tomorrow is election day throughout the state. Candidates are seeking your vote to get them even closer to the general election on November 8th. The polls open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. Tuesday. Coming up next, we'll take a look at the Hollywood Minute and your first look at the weather. Stay with us.
Just turn on the tube, see all about you. Your campus, your view on TV22. Your life, your voice at JSU. Cause you gotta be heard like a sonic boom. It's time to give your words, stand up, be heard. Let them know what you think, share your concern. What you eating in the cab should be your decision. Besides, it's getting paid with your tuition. Not to mention no parking. My car got towed and my professor speaks a language that I don't know. It's almost midterm and I can't drop the low. Plus I'm trying to graduate and that's all I know. You wanna get some attention? The show is a horn. We can hear your complaints if you keep them in the dorm. Take the talk from the plaza and bring it to the tube. Make it all
High definition.
Just turn on the tube, see all about you. Your campus, your view on TV22. Your life, your voice at JSU. Cause you gotta be heard like a sonic boom. Just turn on the tube, see all about you. Your campus, your view on TV22. Your life, your voice at JSU.
Welcome to the Tailgate Report.
You're watching JSU22.
You're watching JSU22, your campus view. Welcome back. This is JSUTV22 NEWSWATCH Update. I'm Student News Director Courtney Christopher Page. Now, it was the hottest invitation of the summer, and we have details on Kim Kardashian's lavish wedding. Plus, to help outpace the competition at the box office, Michelle Wright has all your entertainment headlines in today's Hollywood Minute.
Kim Kardashian is gushing over her weekend wedding. The reality star announced via her website that she and fiancé Chris Humphries married Saturday in California. 450 friends and family were on hand for the lavish affair. People magazine bought the exclusive rights to the wedding photos for an undisclosed amount of money. E! will air a two-part Kardashian wedding special in October. Leonardo DiCaprio is not afraid to drop some serious cash in the name of being green and stylish. The actor paid over $100,000 for a 2012 Fisker Karma Hybrid. It's the hottest hybrid car on the market right now. It can go from 0 to 60 in just under 6 seconds. DiCaprio, who's known for being environmentally conscious, previously drove a Toyota Prius. The Help cleaned up at the box office. In its second week on the big screen, the bestseller turned movie came in at #1, beating out 4 new releases. Last weekend's winner, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, dropped to #2. New release Spy Kids, All the Time in the World, rounded out the top 3. For Hollywood Minute, I'm Michelle Wright.
And thanks so much, Michelle. And now your first look at weather. Partly sunny skies with a slight chance of thunderstorms for this afternoon. A heat advisory for Adams, Claiborne, Franklin, Humphreys, and Hinds counties, including the capital city of Jackson. Your forecast for Jackson and the rest of central Mississippi, we will see a high of 98 degrees and a low of 71 degrees. The next day, we will see a high of 98 and a low of 72. Also, today is the return date for students to the campus of Jackson State University. Now, classes started this morning for transfer and returning students. For those students that are first-time students, we welcome you to Jackson State University.
Got a great golf program, and that's what I came here to do, play some golf.
Got a golf scholarship for 4 years. Coach Eddie, talked to him, and we came up for a visit, and he wanted to play Division I.
Well, today we have freshmen move in. All of the freshmen are coming to campus all at the same time. So a lot of our organizations here on campus, a lot of the Greeks, a lot of the recruitment organizations, SGA.
I also wanted to be in the Sunny Boom itself.
Today is one of the most exciting days in Tiger Country. This is the day that we welcome the new members to our community of learners here at Jackson State University. So it's important that we get them off to a good start, that they recognize this as their home away from home and the place where they're going to meet many, many more exciting people and engage in interesting and relevant learning opportunities.
Because this is the only place to be. I first entered last year as a freshman, but this year I'm coming back because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a wonderful experience as well. And I encourage other students to attend as well.
So what's the best school in the country to go to?
University! Go Tigers! Woo!
I'm Student News Director Courtney Christopher Page, and this has been JSUTV22 News Watch Update. You can see updates here on JSUTV22 at noon, 4, 5, 6, 10, and 11. Have a good afternoon, everyone.